Good day, guys. It's Danny Smith from 3D Kennels, and I'm back at you with another video. I would like to give my thanks to all my supporters who've been with me on this journey so far. Still trying to accomplish a small goal of trying to make it to 300 subscribers by the end of June, guys. Let's make it happen in 2022. If you like the video, beat that like button up. It keeps the channel growing. Today's topic will be geared more towards newcomers into the American bully community and new breeders in general. It's going to be about the importance of choosing a stud, how it affects your production program moving forward. Also, we're going to talk about the way that you should choose your stud. So without the delay, guys, let's get into it. Depending on who you are as a breeder, you have to evaluate what you want as a breeder and your purpose for doing breeding. So ask yourself some questions. What are you trying to make? Which direction are you headed in, and why? Breedings can be done for several reasons, and the outcome can change and affect the productions greatly, which is why you should know what you're trying to accomplish. Know your style, know what you like, the class of dog, and what you're interested in. And then scrutinize your female question, studying its genetic makeup, so to speak, to a T. If you know your female's genetical history, it's a navigational tool that allows you to plan genetical destination. Assess your female unbiasedly. Try to do three things. When you decide to do a breeding, build on her weakness, strengthen her strengths, and make a healthier dog than you originally had. Okay, that's the recipe for success, guys. Any potential stud for your female should have documents detailing its complete genetic history. Not just for the dog in question, but for all its ancestors. Get that pedigree, guys. You should be able to determine how many generations it's been since one of the animals had a concerning disease, like hip dysplasia, certain types of cancer, heart murmurs, things of this interest which can greatly affect the puppy in a negative fashion. This knowledge can help you determine how likely it would be that it can affect your puppies. So you will need to review these documents extremely carefully so that you can have clear pictures of the stud's health before you proceed any further. Next is determining your budget in this breeding. You have to create a clear financial plan and stick to and guide your decisions. Things such as which type of AI to perform, progesterone testing, and also a C-section should be well planned out before this. And lastly, here comes your stud fee and contract. It matters greatly when deciding on a stud because you may find a male with great attributes, a pedigree, but the owner may have a stud fee that is not applicable to what you want. So please, guys, read the stud contracts and don't be afraid to continue looking for something else that you desire if it's not up to your standard. Never accept something that you're uncomfortable with because you are the customer and you should get what you pay for. That would be like going to a Ford dealer and leaving with a GMC. That's not what you want. So please, if a contract penalty or requirement is non-negotiable, don't feel scared to discontinue the use and move on to another stud. Also, you want to research everything. Research everything you need to know about the stud in question, if you have a specific trait, if there was any possible underlying issues, demand, okay, let me change that. Get a DNA profile along with health testing, okay? Generally, when you want health testing, what you want to do is ask for the F. The F is spelled EAH, which would be elbows, hips, and heart. For any stud, if it's a high cost value, you have to get your value for your money if you're going to spend it, guys. Also, research the owner and his business practices. If he ships the semen on time, if he's cooperative, knowledgeable, if he's willing to concess based on if he sent you a bad batch of semen, is he willing to say, you know what, I'll redo business. These things matter when you're deciding on who to do business with, okay? Because at the end of the day, there's a business and transaction. If you can try to find out how often the dog has been bred at that point that you're deciding on breeding, because that can greatly affect the quality of the semen if the dog is properly rested and fed. Keep that in mind. Now, let's move on to the aesthetics. Typically, you want to breed a dog for his looks or his traits, i.e. the general people like to breed for the big bone, large square blocking head, the muzzle stop, the coat, etc. How heavily muscled he is, his shoulder spread, all these things are considered in breeding. However, there are a few things that you should not miss and you need to be more observant about. Okay, and that would be his conformation, his breathing, and his overall activity level. How engaged the dog is, all of these things, guys. Those are other key tips that you cannot forget and don't miss out on. Don't just fall in love with a blocky head and a big bone, but he moves terrible or he's moving kind of funky. These things matter, guys, and ask questions. Okay? Don't skip on that, okay, guys? Lastly, check and see if the dog is a quality and consistent producer. Does he throw his own look? This matters a lot. We dog men have a saying: if you like a dog, you breed this far. Sometimes the dog you may like and want to stud too may not be responsible for his own look. So at that point, you may want to apply the same rule of thumb. If you want to get a dog that looks the way he looks, you go to the dog who produced it. That's just some tidbit right there, guys. But with these things taken into consideration, I'm sure I don't have to stress you guys about if you're meeting the dog that you expect to pay to stud and father your puppies, it has to meet your expectations. And if you aren't impressed with the dog, that should be cause for concern. Lastly, guys, when choosing a stud, do not get fooled by any marketing ploys, okay? Stick to your guideline, know what it is that you're breeding for. The questions that you asked yourself at the first part of this video, you should ask yourself again before making any competent or further decisions, okay? Because it's gonna affect greatly your entire program and your entire breeding stock. So this matters. I don't think I have to stress this, guys. When you breed for health. Stick to the standard and breed with the purpose with the breed at the forefront, guys. More than likely, it should be a successful encounter with your litter if you follow these rules. Know what you're doing when you're picking your stud. It matters most. With that, guys, that ends today's video. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please hit that like button, share button, that notification, and post notifications to turn on. Share the video and comment if you think I forgot anything or if you agree with today's video. Until next time, guys.